Hey there. This week on the Late Lunch Podcast, we talked about the Ice Bucket Challenge, we talked about TV shows, and we also talked about wolf dogs, fortunately. So it was a pretty good episode overall, and you should check it out. So I hope you enjoy. Hey, welcome to the Late Lunch Podcast, episode 25. Alex and Sam are back.
Hey.
And so what do you guys do for lunch today?
We actually made lunch
Yeah.
for the first time in a while, and we
forever.
did. Yeah. Usually Sundays are like, I don't know. It's just something where you just kind of like wake up and like, but we finally made lunch, and we had some egg with turkey, Mediterranean like turkey breast, with some mayo. We made burgers last night, which was more exciting, which is like veal. We had veal for the first time.
Oh, cool.
And
Veal
I know
burgers,
it's
they were
late
so
lunch
good.
bucket, but
Where do you just buy veal at the grocery store?
yeah. We got it at the grocery store right there, and it was good. Oh my god! And we had was barbecue sauce and like,
Sauteed mushrooms.
yeah. So for anyone who hasn't tried veal, I highly recommend it. They kill them young, so it's tastier and tender.
That's
Best sponsorship ever.
good.
Way to go.
Wait, is that like, do they farm veal, or is that like hunters go out and like
Well,
shoot it
veal
with
is-
their rifles? And...
Well, veal's baby cow, so
I thought veal was deer.
no.
No.
That's venison.
That's venison.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like veal though. It was my first time having it. I still don't. I don't know. There's something about it being a baby cow that makes it worse. But I mean,
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess that's sort of like why they're farmed and stuff like that.
yeah. But we were terrible people yesterday. Today we just had turkey and egg. So.
What do you mean you're terrible people?
Oh, I don't know. Well, people who think that's, some people have.
Oh,
There's
I
some
see.
people who eat meat that still have problems with certain types of meat, right? So,
Yeah. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Today I was going to go back to Burrito Banditos.
Oh.
And so the reason that I go back there is because I can call them. I can leave my house, call them on the way, and be like, "Hey, can I get a beef burrito, like fully loaded, whatever?" And by the time I get there, it's ready for me, and that's like a 5-minute walk, and
that's
then I
pretty
walk
cool.
back and do whatever I was gonna do. So anyway, so I called them on the way, and my phone's been kind of crapping out on me recently because I don't know.
Same.
I think I need to like factory reset it. Anyway, so I called. It didn't go through. It just like got dropped. Then I called again, and then it said that they were either busy or something else was happening. Anyway, so I was kind of disappointed. I tried to call again because I wanted to save as much time as I could before the podcast because this was pretty recently. Anyway, I got down there and they were closed on Sunday.
Aww.
And I don't think that I didn't know that was a thing until just now. I guess I've never tried it. And yeah, it was
Have you
disappointing.
never done Burrito Banditos on the Late Lunch Podcast?
We definitely have. Well, that was one of the things we did. So I'm pretty sure it might just be a summer thing. I think we did it.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
Summer, like I think it was right near the end of the school year.
Yeah, so they might have still been open.
But yeah, that was super disappointing. But anyway, I went over to Basilique,
I think it's basilic. but yeah.
Basilique, and I got a chicken. No,
Fajita?
it wasn't a fajita. It was a.
Falafel? No.
That was close. It was in a wrap, but it was
Shawarma?
shawarma. That's the one. I got chicken shawarma. They didn't put hot sauce in it though. They didn't ask.
Oh.
I was a bit disappointed, but their new place is nice though. They just renovated like a week or two ago. It's completed. Have you been there?
No.
Where are they?
They're like in Westdale. They're on King Street.
They're right next to TCBY.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
close
they're
to
super good. They sell like a $5 chicken falafel shawarma. Shawarma. Yeah.
It's tricky. I had an argument with other Alex Camilleri, about TCBY.
Yeah.
I think you might have been there, but he was
Drama.
saying you could either get ice cream or
Oh,
frozen
yeah.
yogurt. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's all yogurt.
Yeah. I was
And-
there.
Yeah, and I still think I'm right. I looked it up, but he still put that doubt in my mind, and now I'm not totally sure.
Yeah.
It's
If
all
anyone
his
knows,
fault.
let me know, because like it's literally called, like, TCBY stands for the country's best yogurt. This country,
Yeah. Wait.
That's what the slogan says. We were there
Yeah.
a little while ago. and
No.
the
Wait.
advertising.
But okay. The interesting story about these guys, and that came up recently. But it used to be called this. It used to be called TCBY because it was this can't be yogurt. But it was very similar to another like it was very similar to another yogurt place. Like I can't believe it's not yogurt or something along those lines. You know, like
I can't believe it's
similar.
not butter. I can't
Yeah,
believe it's not
exactly. It's
yogurt.
very similar to that campaign. But so what they did, which is like I was suggesting this to like another group who's running the same problems. What they did was they just made themselves the acronym or whatever, TCBY, just the letters, and they just said it didn't represent anything anymore. So they just kept the name, and so they just went down to the letters, which is interesting. And they can do anything with that. So
Yeah.
the country's best yogurt, it's like they can say that it is, but like on paper, their company name is just TCBY.
But they could always have a slogan that they say is not like the abbreviation.
Yeah. And the reason I looked this up again through Wikipedia because a certain band is running into similar problems. It's this ridiculous band. You guys might have seen them. They play around campus a bit called Tupperware Remix Party.
I've heard of them. Yes.
They're an amazing show. And usually they dress up in ridiculous costumes. Like one's RoboCop, one's like a Power Ranger with a cone on his head. One's always dressed up as a lion. Anyway, so they kind of play this kind of like electro rock. And it's a really good show, like, and it's always great. But anyway, so they're potentially like they got contacted by a lawyer from Tupperware
Oh God.
about using their name, and I mean that's got to be, I guess that's either a sign that like Tupperware is really pushing on like copyright infringement or the fact that the band's doing well,
Yeah.
one or the
Well,
other.
Well, it's not copyright, it's trademark.
Right.
In that case.
Right.
But I think they're okay because I think Tupperware has become like such a normal part of like English language.
I have a question. What's the difference between copyright and trademark?
Copyright is for like things like movies and music and TV shows.
Okay.
Trademark is how people recognize your product.
Oh.
So if you make cookies and your company is Christie's is like the trademark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but copyright is like implied once you make something, right?
No,
To a
it's
certain
not
degree?
implied. It's like it's
Like-
automatically given.
Yeah.
And
But
trademark
trademark
has
you have to
to-
register, and it's
You
very
don't-
specific.
You don't have to register per se, but if you register, you're all good. But if you don't register, you run into the problem of having to prove it if someone else starts up their own thing
Oh,
with the
okay.
same.
Yeah, and then
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I don't know how you'd go about proving it. I guess like sales and like I don't know. The word that they use a lot in like law is like a reasonable person, right?
yeah,
It's like I don't know how to define that, but like I have an idea of what it means, but like
yeah. It's the situation is like this where it's like they could probably fight it, but it's
Yeah.
they probably don't have the assets
Mhm.
worth like to put into fighting it. And in theory, someone like a big company like Tupperware could just pay law fees just to like keep the debate going until the other side ran out of money,
for sure.
and then they'd have to settle and pay for
Yeah.
everything. So it's one of those things. So they're looking for a new name. So I was suggesting them they just become T, R. However letters work. Was it
Just-
Tupperware Remix Part
So
TRP?
They should change it to plastic storage remix. Party.
Someone suggested that.
I think it'd be funny and a slap in the face.
It kind of would be.
Yeah, there's two sides to that coin though. There's the first, which is that if you're the big company or big artist suing someone else, or trying to like enforce them,
Yeah.
and they don't have the resources, right? So they can't, fund,
Fight back.
Yeah, and fight back. But there's the other way around where it's like, is it worth it for some of these big companies to take like smaller people to court, right? It's
Yeah.
like, is it even worth their resources and time? Even if they have them, right? They might as well want to use them on something better. So
Yeah. I've heard
I'm
the, like
surprised that how big are they? They're not that big. are they?
Tupperware or like the
Tupper-
the band.
With the band.
Not
Tupper-
as far
Tupperware's
as I'm
pretty
aware,
big.
they're not that big, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, this would probably even help them with publicity.
Oh, for sure.
You'd
Yeah,
be
one of
like,
the
oh
things
yeah,
we learned-
Tupperware tried to.
One of the things we learned in one of my classes was like the Barbara Streisand effect.
Oh,
which
yeah?
is Barbara Streisand had some picture taken of her that she didn't want anyone to see, and her lawyers made a big deal out of it. And it was on some website like that, like no one watched, like no one checked out the picture
Yeah.
because she and her lawyers got into this lawsuit. Tons of people saw the photo, and it totally defeated the purpose of trying to
Right.
conceal it so people didn't see it.
Oh
right?
yeah.
And yeah, so whenever someone does something like that and tries to cover something up and it gets bigger,
Oh.
that's what it's called.
I think I got another story about that. I remember there's this one viral video of a woman who was like texting on her phone in a mall, and then she trips
Oh
into the
yeah,
fountain.
yeah.
And then
I've seen that.
she saw that it was circulating on the internet, and she didn't want that, but that all just created more publicity for it, so more people checked it out, right?
That's
To be honest, I think I saw it before she said anything.
oh yeah, no, I saw that
Maybe.
before,
I think it
but
was on Failblog or something
Yeah,
like years
something like
ago.
that.
But
it's yeah, it's one
I
of
don't
the
know how that one worked out because you can't. It was a really low quality camera. I don't know how you'd be able to recognize her.
That's true. I think that was one of the main arguments. It's like, how do we know it's you unless you step forward, which you did? Then now
Like
we
an
know
idiot.
it's you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, maybe her coworkers would know,
I don't know.
and they're I don't know, but yeah, it's weird that that security footage ended up online in the first place. Well, I guess it's not that weird because it was hilarious, but but I don't know, it's funny stuff like that. It's like yeah, the harder you try and remove something from the internet, like the more people will look at it.
Yeah, and then it'll just spread to other places where you can't stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Hadfield had an interesting thing with copyright, right? He had that song. What's it called?
Was it the song he was playing while in space?
Yeah.
Right.
You know that he did that cover in space? That guitar cover?
No, I never knew that.
Oh.
Wait,
okay.
so what was
It
it?
was really big. It was.
He did a cover of a
Space,
song.
It was like Major Tom.
Oh, okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna ask if it was that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Major.
Space Oddity, right?
Okay.
Yeah, by David Bowie, I think. But yeah, so he did that, and he actually got an agreement to. He was allowed to put the video on YouTube for like a year or something,
Okay.
and then he said he like took it down afterwards because he's like, okay, the copyright thing is over. Like maybe it'll go back up again in
Yeah.
the future. And people were like upset, at the record label for being so greedy. But like it's been uploaded so many more times. by
Yeah,
other
like
people now.
as soon as it's up on YouTube, then like 100 people are gonna use a YouTube like downloader
Yeah.
to just stick it everywhere else.
Yeah. Including YouTube again.
Yeah.
But that's funny that happened.
Can the I'm assuming that YouTube's like a content detector can't pick up on like covers.
I have
No, they
idea.
can. Probably not the content because that's probably just waveforms, right? But I'm sure that if a video gets super popular, sometimes YouTube, sometimes some of the YouTube staff might see it and might flag it.
Yeah.
I know there is a problem with covers. I think you need to at least change the cover. If you do a parody of it, you're usually okay for sure.
Okay.
But you need to remake all the music yourself, right? You can't reuse any of the original
Yeah, you
stuff.
can't be just
Yeah.
playing someone's song.
Yeah.
Uh.
Oh man, the world we live in. It's like-
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's terrible things happening overseas, and we're complaining about
Yeah.
copyright.
I don't mind copyright that much. I feel like it's like there are tons of like bad things that like happen because of it, but overall good system. I mean, good that it's there to protect. Like it's good that it's there so people keep actually making stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they could instantly just rip everything off for like free, and it wasn't like illegal to do that. Then no one would make things. It would just be like, oh, it's not profitable.
Yeah. That said, I mean, like, this is obviously really debatable because like everyone enjoys like entertainment, and that's where like most copyright stuff happens. But like, I could do without copyright and people not really making stuff again. Like, it'd be shitty, but if patents were gone, like the world would just stop turning,
Yeah,
right? It's like because no one would make inventions, and that'd be the end of that,
yeah.
which is the huge thing.
Have you guys ever talked about like the whole thing we have like medical patents for like medicine and stuff like that? Like the kind of the weird morality about that, or I guess not even morality. It's like it's this weird logic where like one company can own like essentially a cure to a disease, like a bad disease, but sell it at a high price.
Right. Okay.
And it's like everyone always like you always get lots of people arguing that they shouldn't be allowed to do that, for the betterment of mankind and stuff like that. But if if the government were to like just take control and like say you can't have that patent anymore, anyone can make it, then essentially they're shooting themselves in the foot for the next big disease that comes around because no one's going to want to invest like $1 billion or $10 billion into medical research for that and then the next big disease is gonna like be much worse.
Yeah, but I'm sure if push comes to shove, they'll be like, I think our lives are a bit more important than the money. But
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think someone's gonna die, over like a patent. I mean, people will die over patents, but I'm talking about the inventors themselves.
what do you mean?
They'll probably invent something and figure out a way to, they might do it as a trade secret or something. in which they don't because when you do a patent, you have to tell everyone like what's inside,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Oh yeah.
like,
Well,
and if you do
that's
that,
debatable with like patent trolls and stuff like that, making stuff as general as possible.
Then, yeah, that's true. But
I heard,
fucking
I, heard
the
some,
Apple.
I heard some guy patent trolled like the BlackBerry like a long time ago. He just like it's like yeah, it's his box and it sends out signals and it's encrypted.
Like,
So it's like BlackBerry, you owe me $2 billion, please.
Please,
yeah.
please.
They're like okay, and then crippling and dead. How's BlackBerry doing? Do you know?
Oh.
Do you have any
I've nah, not so good still.
Not so good stuff.
I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked it up recently, but they've had a rough decade.
Yeah.
Has
Basically.
it been that long that BlackBerry's been?
No, I think they were doing well, or like at the beginning of
I'd say
the
it's
last
been
decade.
probably half a decade, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
last
that,
5 years.
they're still making stuff.
Hmm. Shitty tablets no one wants or something.
Yeah.
Right? Probably.
Well, I don't know. I've got some family who works for BlackBerry, and like it's pretty, and like actually it works well. I'm just not sure what the deal is with the market, and I guess people just maybe it's an advertising thing. I don't even see that many ads for BlackBerries anymore, but as far as my understanding of it, and I haven't heard it from my family necessarily, just like in the general things, it's not doing so well. But yeah.
A lot of people in business still prefer them. I was talking to my parents and they said it can't stand touchscreen for typing.
Oh really?
Yeah.
BlackBerry has a touchscone model though.
Yeah, of
They
course.
do, but
I think it was the Torch or whatever. It's the one that has the touchscreen but also slides out for the full keyboard.
Oh, I haven't seen that part. But
Yeah. So it's like a best of both. Yeah, I think it's a bunch of like the older generation that has problems with touchscreen stuff and they'd rather have something tactile. I think our generation, for the most part, is fine.
yeah,
But BlackBerries used to be huge, right? You know,
Yeah,
like
they
everyone
did.
and their cousin back in like grade 6 had one
yeah.
or
That was before like iPhones were a big thing.
even the first couple iPhones.
Yeah,
does anyone remember what the first iPhone looked like?
I remember
I
seeing
don't.
it. I remember
It was a
seeing the
brick.
first iPhone in a magazine and being like, "Wow, that's incredible! $500? That's way too much for any like
Yeah,
device
and now
ever."
what? The latest one's
It's
like
like
700
it's like that's
outright?
the standard.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
like, good God.
The good thing is that, you know, there's a lot of choice now, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of,
Well,
arguably it's Apple versus Samsung.
yeah,
But
yeah. There's
No,
two
but-
choices, but
no, you can go Windows Phone, I guess.
You could?
You could.
you could go BlackBerry.
It's touche.
Google Nexus.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, Google Nexus is, and
Yeah.
yeah, like Android.
It is on Android KitKat,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, so it's either
it's part of that team.
yeah, either Android or iOS. There's also Symbian or whatever. I think a couple.
There's some
Couple-
smaller
there's some
like
smaller.
producers. There's LG. There's oh you mean for
talking about
OS?
OS,
Yeah.
It's pretty much Android and iOS at this point.
Yep. And that's going okay. Man, imagine having to pay for OS updates for
Ugh.
your. Would you have to do that for iPhone?
Soon,
I don't know.
one day.
Yeah, maybe, honestly, but
Such bad news.
yeah.
What would be even better is if they release a new phone and then they just take a bunch of stuff out that you love from the last one, and they say, "Oh, we didn't have enough time. Maybe we'll put it in next year," which is what they did with NHL 15.
Oh, really?
Forever.
So.
They removed tons of core like game modes.
Oh,
This
really?
is Alex's
Wait, when did you
rant
get it?
time.
Huh?
When did you get it?
I didn't get it.
Oh.
I'm not getting it.
Okay.
I don't want to be mean to EA, but go to hell.
Oh man, EA did
no,
something
You want to make some
unpopular.
enemies?
Yeah, EA did something that no one liked. That's a first.
That's crazy.
They would never do that. I think they were voted the most hated company or whatever, right?
Whoa.
Hey, like overall or just in video games?
I think in like the entertainment sector.
Okay.
It's a pretty large sector. Like that. I don't think it was just video. Maybe developer. I don't know. Either way.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not
I
good.
could see that. They don't have the greatest
don't
rep,
like
but
them.
like people
That's the
still
key.
buy their stuff. They don't need a good rep. They still
Yeah.
have Call of Duty.
I just like most of their really good games are published by other studios work on them.
Yeah.
Like DICE does Mirror's Edge and Battlefield. Battlefield 4 was
Battlefield.
apparently.
Yeah, I played it. It was
Interesting.
could use some improvements or completion, but
Or some completion.
if the game didn't lag and freeze and shut down my computer, that'd be great.
If it loaded the textures and objects before you ran into them, that'd be nice too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you're not sure if you're lagging or what's going on. And
I've run up to a bridge and like tried to run off the edge, like and jump into the water, and then like been running. Nope, stuck. Oh no, there's actually a wall here, and it's just like it loads.
Is this offline?
No, I think this was online, but like.
It's slightly better, but
But I think it takes like 4 minutes to actually properly load the map. So 4 minutes into an online session,
jeez.
it was just that was my experience.
To be fair, they are really large maps
Yeah,
compared
but,
to Call of Duty maps.
yeah.
And things are destructible but dogs. There's dogs in Call of Duty.
Oh yeah. That's important.
I mean dog, I guess. But
I haven't played Ghosts.
me neither, and I don't plan to. Yeah, I was so pumped to get a new console that now I think I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call-
You have sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Sam has a 3DS.
Yeah, it's awesome. I got the 3DS XL.
Nice.
Which is like,
Wait.
you want to talk about that?
Well,
How amazing it is.
yeah,
Okay.
it's actually pretty good. The 3D is honestly really nice, but it can hurt your eyes after a while. But the screens are just so big, which is the best part, just because you feel like you can see everything. And this one likes to take it from me a lot to play Mario Kart.
It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was all this PS4, Xbox One thing. I might get a Wii U as my first next. It's still a current gen, but
I want to get a Wii U for the lab. I want to get a bunch of people to pitch on like a Wii U. Would you be in for that?
it'll probably work out to like what, $10 or something, maybe depending on how many people.
Depending on how many people we get. So
This is
far,
this
I'm
is
pretty
a shout
sure.
out to the humanities
I'm
students.
pretty sure it's me, Dave, Alex, and you if you're in.
Okay.
And then we gotta keep. Well, we're gonna see if we can get 10 or 20 people because there's lots of people in the lab, right?
and it's such a small price that I think people would be down.
It's like I think we could get a used one for like $200
Oh, okay.
plus controllers. Controllers are super expensive though.
Are they? Oh,
Yeah,
right. 'cause
controllers
it's
are
a
like
tablet.
$50 a pop.
No, they're not. The Wii U controllers are more.
Yeah, I mean, oh
Well,
really?
you're talking
Because
about the Wii U
they're
pad.
tablets, right?
No. I'm talking about like even the normal ones because
Oh,
you
okay.
don't get 4 tablets, right?
No, you
Oh.
just get the one Wii U tablet thingy, and then you get the different remotes and like the nunchucks and the
I want 4.
extra stuff.
I want 4 of them.
Okay, then
All right,
it'll
well-
probably be $700
Yeah.
between the 4 of us.
Oh, can you
So
lay your
much-
cash out here, please?
Yeah.
Just keep my cash on.
Yeah.
No.
See if
No,
we-
I'm not going to pay that much.
No, but that's yeah. So hopefully we can get enough people for that, and that'd be fun.
We could do Let's Plays. We could
Yeah. Does
exciting.
Wii U have sharing?
have what?
Sharing like the PS4 does, because I know
No.
PS4 can like record and it
So-
can
so
record
can Xbox.
locally,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you
they
can
both
just like take that out by USB or whatever.
Yep.
As far as I know, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't do it.
I've got Fraps on this thing, and it actually works decently.
Yeah.
It's powerful enough. I was recording some gameplay the other day with Counter Strike. I've been playing too much Counter Strike. I need an external keyboard because my wrist is always like up
Yeah.
here while I'm playing, and like my wrist hurts.
You're suffering.
You should get a lot of people like mechanical keyboards. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
I found out about them recently.
What is it?
The difference is like they're the keyboards that make those really clicky noises when you push the keys. They're supposed to be more responsive than the more cushy keys like that you press that don't make those noises. But I don't know. I don't like loud keyboards. Reminds me of typewriters
Mm.
and like an earlier.
Counter Strike
time.
on a typewriter.
Typewriters were cool.
Yeah, they're really loud.
Yeah.
You said you were watching Mad Men earlier.
Yeah, I've been watching.
Yeah.
I have a problem with watching shows because my phone. I can. I can stream. I can stream Netflix to my phone,
Ooh.
and so I'll be like cooking and watching TV, and like I'll be eating and watching TV on my phone, and then I'll be upstairs on my computer watching TV. Anyway, so in the last 3 weeks, I think I've watched 5.5 seasons of Mad Men.
Holy.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
It's a
and
lot to take in.
it's like every once in a while I'm walking to work or something and I'm watching like Mad Men. It's like it's an issue.
So I take it you like it.
Yeah, it's good. But like I do that with every time I get into like I start watching a show, I only watch that show.
Oh, okay.
Like that's what I do.
I just divvy it up and then I just pick and choose.
I easily lose. I'll forget a storyline really fast.
Yeah, sometimes
so
I
I'm
need to be
like-
reminded.
In this case, like I can remember everyone who's who and stuff like that. If I were watching it like weekly, I would never be able to like keep the plot in my head.
Yeah, no, right now I'm on Orange is the New Black. Suits, Game of Thrones. I think I'm cycling those 3, and I just randomly.
Um,
Oh dear.
I think it's
Oh.
motion sensor. 1 second. You guys
This
keep.
is
Do you want to
exciting.
keep talking?
Ooh,
Okay, so-
mood.
Welcome to Late Lunch Podcast, episode Dark.
Yes, if you're wondering, the lights have just gone out for some strange reason.
Well, there's actually a video, Sam, so they'll be able to see that.
There we go.
And we're back. But thanks for. Well, I guess the people listen to the audio. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Jeez, man. Don't
Yeah.
criticize.
Ooh, but anyway, so that was cool. But what were we talking about?
Mad Men.
Mad Men. Yeah. So television show. I've watched Suits. I think to the most recent. I've read all the Game of Thrones books, so I never really
Okay.
want to bother watching the show. I should.
It's a
'cause
good show.
It is good.
Yeah, but if
But-
you already read it.
And I'm like, I know this. I've been there.
Well, apparently there are things that aren't in the books that are in the show, and people have issues with that. So
Oh yeah.
And then also.
I mean, yeah. Any adaptation, people can have issues.
Yeah.
But I think they adapted it super well from what I've seen.
no, they did. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's been pretty much spot on. The only difference is storylines have been like they're further with. some
Oh
of the
yeah.
storylines.
They
Yeah.
choose them differently and like.
I haven't read the books though, so I don't know. I'm not even caught up, so don't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you on in Game of Thrones season?
Season 3.
Oh boy, you got
I'm pretty
so much.
close, actually.
How many
Uh,
seasons are
it's-
there?
There's 4 now. They're working on the 5th one. So season
Yeah.
4 finished up a little while ago.
Yeah, and then Sons of Anarchy returns this fall,
That's good.
which you've never seen.
I've watched half of
Half
the
an
first
episode.
season.
Yeah. Oh, half the first season. Okay,
Yeah.
that's more than I thought. I guess you just didn't like it.
Yeah, it lost my interest.
It starts off slow, and the writing is kind of clunky at times, but their big events are like
Yeah,
really, really good. Like on par with Breaking Bad in terms of the holy shit, is that about to happen factor?
Yeah,
Which is my favorite. Like when I watch a TV show, Game of Thrones has it too.
Mm-hmm.
When you know something's going to happen,
Yeah.
and you wish you could just grab out, right? Just reach out to the character and be like, "No, don't do that." And you just watch it unfold. It's just like, God damn it! That's my favorite part of television, right? It's just awesome.
yeah. Is anyone excited for Better Call Saul?
Huh?
She doesn't even watch Breaking Bad. So
Oh,
No, I don't.
yeah.
that's-
I'm not really excited for it. I don't think it's gonna be that great.
I thought I would be, but I'm not so much anymore. I think like that, like it's sort of past. It's funny how like a show can be on top of the world for a while, and then like once it goes away, like once that weekly stuff like or like once it's over,
Yeah.
it just sort of goes away, and then like people are gonna forget
Oh, yeah.
like who like Jesse is, and like bitch is gonna stop being so funny anymore, like just calling everyone a bitch, right? I mean that's always been funny,
I mean-
but
right?
But yeah, totally.
Sorry. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, things die out pretty. I wonder how much longer like the ice bucket challenge is going to be a thing.
yeah.
Like-
Oh, I'm gonna assume Ice Bucket is going away. Well, is there any end of the campaign?
No, there's no end to the campaign. It's just
How many
It's still
celebrities
people-
are left?
celebrities.
Bill Gates was on like
Right.
halfway through the week. I know. I only picked up on Ice Bucket around Monday.
Or Monday. Yeah. Yeah. How long is it? I think it's been almost 2 weeks. The
I,
show's been
Probably.
going.
apparently, it was around in June or July at some point, or it started then. And then the first one I saw was someone actually going up to like a glacier and getting glacier waters and dropping it out of a like actual helicopter.
Wow.
I guess it started small and like eventually got picked up, which is it's always cool to see that develop.
Yeah.
But the
There's
last,
controversy over it because anything that's popular, people have to backlash and talk
yeah,
about.
people got to be like, oh, it's not good enough.
I understand that there's a drought going on in places, right? That's one of the main arguments. There's places like California and there's droughts and it's ridiculous. People should be donating. They don't even know what.
Yeah, I mean, but it's I know what ALS is now, and
Mhm.
I know that like a bunch of people are donating.
Yeah, and I think the association in New York, I'm not sure on that, but I think the American Association, they've got like over $15 million now, thanks to fundraising from
Yeah,
Which is huge. And
ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. And
I
stuff.
think a little bit more when you combine
Mhm.
states and Canada together. You got a hair.
yeah. Sorry, I was just picking something off the
I
microphone.
wonder if you're gonna hear that.
Probably not. Well, we
Like
can see.
Velcro or something.
It'd be gross.
But-
But I've been impressed with like a number of people who've done it.
Mhm.
Like so, Bill Gates did it. Who is it? The really interesting one that I saw was the Old Spice guy.
I haven't seen that one yet.
No, I haven't seen it either.
What do you do?
Basically, I was impressed because he didn't advertise Old Spice. He said nothing about Old Spice, but he's the Old Spice guy. So it's like on one side he's doing a good thing for charity. On the other side, he's advertising by not advertising.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know how to describe it, but
Yeah.
it's like the classiest way they could have done that. Basically, they dump ice water on him, and he's like, man, and then like some force, like it lands on a force field and it doesn't hit him. And he's like, he ends up challenging like Fabio and stuff, like some other guys, and like another guy from the campaign, right? But the reason he describes for why it doesn't hit him is because of his huge muscles. He's like, my muscles are so radiant that the water can't
They're
hit me.
radiant.
I apologize, internet. Like I can't complete the challenge.
So where'd he dump them?
Huh?
Where the water get dumped?
It gets dumped on top of him, but they use some special effect and like it just sort of like parts. As in, it's like you see the small force field, and like the easy thing to do there would be like, man, like Old Spice keeps you dry from like perspiration or something like that, right? But he's just like, no, it's my muscles.
Yeah.
But obviously he's very correlated with Old Spice in everyone's minds. So
Yeah.
I don't even know his name, but
Exactly.
He's just the Old Spice
he's
guy.
the Old Spice guy. Yeah.
and
That's a marketing campaign gone right?
yeah, it's such a good marketing campaign.
When you end up just being
It's
like,
like I don't mind that this is just a deodorant ad. Like this guy is genuinely amusing, and then
yeah.
like most of them were.
Yeah, I think they got a little bit carried away at some point.
Yeah, but I mean that's sort of
Yeah.
the whole charm of it is.
Well, no. I mean, like, they're always out there, but I'm talking about. It was interesting. I read this the other day about if you run an ad so much, it comes to the point where people who loved your ad start hating it, and then that affects the product. So, like, people will cut back on the amount of time they're on primetime television, and they won't run an ad, right? Even if they have this amount of money and this amount of like space, right, during the say hockey game,
Okay.
they don't run it as much, and that way, when people do see it, it doesn't feel like it's being spammed to them. So
Yeah,
they
it
see
makes
for
sense.
the first time, that maybe like they're like, oh my god, that was hilarious, and they'll call someone over, and like it doesn't show up for a while, and then they're like, oh, you're like this one, come on, like quickly, right?
Yeah. I think though that what's different about them though is they made tons of different ones.
Mhm.
Like there
Yeah.
are so many
As
different
long as
ones.
it's different,
It's
right?
like it's more of a series. It's like this Old Spice guy,
Yeah.
and then they had Terry Crews, yeah, like the
Yeah.
huge muscled guy who's a football player,
Making
and
my
then
way downtown.
Oh God, yes.
He was in White
White
Chicks.
Chicks.
oh, okay,
So he was so funny. Yeah, have you seen it?
no,
Oh,
Fucking
such
stupid
a
movie,
good
but
scene.
it's a really funny scene.
nice. He was in the cop show about Brooklyn. What was it? There's a new comedy with the guy from Lonely Island, and it's like Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
What is it, Andy Samberg?
Andy Sandberg, yeah.
Okay.
That's a super good show, by the way. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I watched all of it in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
But, 'cause I do
wouldn't
that.
doubt it. Tendency to do that.
That was earlier this summer. Yeah, just watched it all. But that's super good. Terry Matthews, super amusing.
Who?
Terry Crews.
Terry
I don't know who Terry Matthews is, but
We don't either.
Dave Matthews.
Dave Matthews Band.
Real fans just call him Dave.
is that a thing?
It's a community joke,
Oh,
which is coming back for season 6.
actually,
Actually,
who's
Yahoo.
Yahoo? Wait, did we talk about this?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
probably a while ago.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
I forgot.
Anyway,
I'm happy
Community.
about it. When's that happening?
it's it's happening. I don't know, but it's happening. Which, yeah, so many details. So many details. I can't remember, but Yahoo picked it up, which was weird because you really think that maybe Netflix might do that, but
Yeah, I was hoping Netflix would,
yeah.
but then
And-
again,
yeah.
I want to see what Yahoo does with it.
Amazon actually did like a trial run themselves where they had like a bunch of different, Zombieland the movie, right?
Yeah,
Which was apparently really good.
I saw it. Yeah, it was good.
There's a TV show that is starting or started or something like that.
Okay.
But the way Amazon did it was really interesting. They had a bunch of different producers, directors, like crew and cast and crew, and they made like 5 different pilots, and then they submitted each one, and they showed the first episode to everyone, and then from those, they based on ratings and stuff like that, they chose one that they're going to actually make a series out of, which is a new format, which is interesting.
Five different pilots.
Yeah,
That sounds so expensive. But I
Yeah,
guess
probably.
like
I mean, it is Amazon.
yeah,
They have a lot of money.
I guess you would make your money back like if you get a gold one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe it's better than running a bad show into the ground and losing so much money, right?
Yep,
Which
definitely.
happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So many shows that aren't brought back for another season
Yeah, and so many good shows that
that are canceled. Are you gonna say Firefly? You're gonna say Firefly, aren't you?
I'm gonna say Firefly. Have you guys watched it yet?
No.
Oh,
Still
my God.
haven't watched it.
It's on Netflix. Just
I
get
don't have Netflix.
get someone's Netflix
Okay.
and then watch it. Like
I should just get Netflix.
it'll take like a day for you to watch the series.
Right, because it's
I mean,
it would
you-
take you a day
Yeah,
to watch the series.
That was the joke.
It would take me. I'll
There's
just add it to my cycle of shows.
So there's about
Some
13
wheel I spin every
Yeah.
day.
13 episodes of like 40 minutes each.
Okay. At least it's not a full hour each.
Yeah, it's not. It's so worth your time. It's so witty and well written. It's Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
what's not to love?
Uh,
Do you not know that? Do you not know Firefly was Joss Whedon
I didn't know. You know who Joss Whedon is?
and Nathan Fillion?
He directed The Avengers.
Oh, okay.
And Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Oh, okay.
Or he wrote or directed
Yeah.
for it?
Yeah. I think he was the one. I don't know. He had some big role in that.
Yeah.
But I don't have time to watch all this shit because school is starting soon.
Yeah.
Starting. That's as sad as it is. Next
You've
week.
you've got 1 week
I got
plus all the work and thesis work that we're doing.
yeah.
But
6 courses. 6 courses for me first semester.
oh yeah,
Good
Plus
God.
job, plus extra job stuff with football.
nice. I've got
Be busy.
Mm-hmm.
I've only got 4 first semester, but 6 second.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna enjoy first semester and then hate the second semester.
Yeah.
I think I have Thursdays, Fridays off second semester,
Oh, lucky.
which is gonna be
I have Mondays off first semester.
I've
either
Tues-
way.
I've-
As long as it makes the weekend longer, it's awesome.
I think we got Tuesdays, Fridays off first, and then I still got Fridays off second semester. Even though I've got 6 courses, I don't know how that worked out, but
Well,
Magic, don't question it.
Have a hell week of a Monday to Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so I've got Friday off
yeah.
with 6 courses. That's
Did I tell you both? I'm taking Japanese during. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Hi.
What kind of a group of people do you think will be in Japanese? Do you think it'll just be a bunch of like white guys who want to watch anime?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yes.
Cause yeah.
There will be no. Actually, you might see some international students, right?
Do you
taking
think?
it?
Do you think there'll be some actually like people who speak Japanese just trying to get an easy credit? And
Yeah,
they'll be
that's
like,
what I'm saying. Yeah.
don't like. I've heard for language courses you have to like write like a test to answer to show that you're bad enough at a language.
Can't
to,
you
like-
just do it bad on purpose?
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Wow, I picked it up fast. I'm better than the professor. Wow. Yeah,
So
hopefully.
yeah, I don't know. It seems like fun. I want to visit Japan sometime.
Yeah.
Admittedly,
Yeah,
learning
that'd be
something
so-
like Mandarin would be probably more useful because of the way things seem to be going. But
Yeah.
Japanese seems
Is
interesting.
Mandarin more popular than Cantonese?
I don't know.
No
Those are the two main.
I just wanted to
languages
sound.
in
I wanted to
China.
sound educated by
Right, so you
by
say
saying Mandarin instead
Right.
of learning Chinese.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Um,
Chinese isn't a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like saying, teach me how to say something in Indian. It's like, that's not a thing either.
Shout out to Russell Peters. Right?
I guess so,
probably
yeah.
where it's from. No, that's the. Honestly, it's because of him that I remember that.
Yeah,
You haven't. We all good? Or you just checking the camera?
we're at 39 minutes,
Okay.
but yeah, we're fine.
But yeah, I don't know. French in elementary school or not? Yeah, elementary school and high school.
No,
It's not.
I learned it.
Yeah.
I know French.
Do you?
Yeah. Like a basic level, but I can read it and understand. And I can't really have a good conversation with someone who's from France or Quebec,
Mm-hmm.
but I could, yeah, I can read it and understand.
That's
Same.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I can read and understand. Once you know the basics, right? There's not
Yeah,
right. Like there's some small things, but that's all you need to do really is understand the context and a couple of things, and you can figure out what the person's asking or telling, right?
yeah. I feel like, man, we would be in like tourists would be in such big trouble if like all the other like countries didn't learn English. You know what I mean? Like I've heard lots of people go to like France or whatever to try and like speak French, and then like people at the restaurants will just speak English to them anyway because their French is so terrible.
Yeah.
Not
Not surprised.
Yeah, it's just man, don't know.
Out of necessity, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's the largest. It's funny. It's one of the most complicated languages, right? English.
It's like, yeah, or complicated or like non-logical.
Non-logical. Well, that makes it complicated.
Yeah. But like complicated makes it sound like intricate and like, you know what I mean? It's like there's non-logical rules in English that just
yeah,
baffle everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know, everything from numbers, right? Like, you know, when you say things like first, and like toost, it's like second, third, and then you're like fourth, fifth, and you're like sixth. Okay, I get it now. You're like 21th. And then like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But I guess the first, that makes sense. But yeah, no, it's definitely a really tricky. Like, I feel awful for people who have to try to learn English, right? Because it's almost necessary.
Yeah.
Right? For if you want to, depends on what you want to do. But if you want to be in a position in which you know you're going to be interacting with people at a higher level or in business, you need to learn English, right?
Yeah.
I'd argue.
I wonder when that's going to change. It's going to be like a different language that everyone in like Canada and the States.
Well, it's going to be Cantonese or Mandarin. Right?
Okay.
And then maybe some
Should have taken that.
Indian languages. I don't know.
I'll probably take those later at a basic level and then
Yeah.
travel for a couple months, learn it.
I probably won't. I'd probably just be stubborn and just
Yeah.
like, oh, I guess I can't make money. You know, I'll just live out in the woods. That's just the dream one day.
Yeah, just
in
like-
isolation. Have like a little husky with me, like you know, like kill fish. And
That'd be nice.
It would be cool. Like you know, you just wake up super early for like and see the sunrise.
Have you seen the movie Shooter?
No, does he do that?
Basically, he does that. He's got like this husky, and it gets some beer from the fridge every once in a while.
Oh.
And then they go out, and he's like an ex-military sniper, and he just shoots at cans, and I guess he hunts for like deer and stuff like that. He's just got a cabin like in the middle of the woods.
Hmm.
It's nice.
Yeah, I think it'd be a cool way to live. I don't know. Also being Canadian, I'm like, ooh, like it'd be cold up north and snow, and I like snow and stuff.
If I feel like as long as you're well equipped and you've
yes.
actually got
No, for
heaters
sure.
and stuff like that, like I
For
wouldn't
sure.
like to rough it completely. It'd be like,
No.
yeah, I built this log cabin.
I
Doesn't
would
keep
like-
the heat in too good, but
I would like to build the log cabin though. That'd be cool.
it'd be nice. Yeah, it'd be nice, but like as long as you know what you're doing to start with. And you're well equipped
I
and
mean,
you
this
got,
isn't
like-
something that you could just throw yourself into, right? It'd be like if you
Right.
want to live out in the middle of nowhere.
Yep, just got my hatchet, and that's it. I'm gonna survive for.
Yeah, and you just pet your dog on the head, and he looks at you and gives you that reassuring smile, and he doesn't know that you're gonna die. He'll be fine for a bit longer
Yeah.
than you, probably.
He'll probably be fine forever. Well, I mean,
yeah, that's true.
could be.
Actually, have we talked about wolf hybrids before on the podcast?
No.
Wolf dogs. It's such a cool thing. Because yeah, you're gonna.
One
it's
sec.
awesome.
How much time?
How are we doing?
How much space do you have left on the?
I have 12 space.
Okay. We
What,
get 12
what?
minutes.
12 space, that's
How
a
many-
You
unit.
said
Yeah.
how many space, so I just
Okay.
said it's
Um,
refreshing. You want some?
Yes, please.
Would you like water as well? Is this gonna be the water break?
yeah. Water
The
break.
7th inning stretch.
Yeah. But wait,
Saw
so,
that.
Sam, you didn't say how's your schedule? Sorry, before we talk about
Yeah.
wolf dogs.
Oh, for my school schedule?
Yes.
From what I recall, I've got Mondays off first term, which is awesome. And then, like, I think I've got, like, 2 classes Tuesday, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. Wednesday, like, a morning class. Thursday, morning, evening class. And then Friday, it's, like, 1 class. It's a joke. Next term, I have 8:30s 4 out of 5 days of the week.
Oof.
So, but they're each only an hour. So it's, like,
Oh, okay.
an hour, go home, sleep.
That was
Yeah.
so much more detailed than ours. I
know.
I haven't looked into it that much.
I
You know
Yeah,
the
basically.
times, don't you?
No, not for all of them. I'd have to look at
I
that.
was gonna
during
say.
second year I never learned my schedule. I had
Mm.
another Alex actually just learn it for me, and I would ask her. But
Hey,
then,
when do I have this class again?
Yeah, and then third year I asked her to do that again. She didn't, and I was just a mess all the year. Like
You can't even do it for
I
yourself.
forgot half. When there's one class where it's like I had a professor who I like and like I really know what he like. He's a really good professor, but I never turned up to his class.
Was it
8:30? It was an 8:30.
Of course.
And
I know which
you're
class.
you're in that class. I ended up speaking to him at the end because we had to talk about a certain project, which went super well. But I was like, yeah, I did this effect. It's like I looked it up on the internet. It's like we actually do that effect in class. I'm like,
I
oh.
was like, yeah.
I'm like,
I just
yeah.
looked it up again.
Yeah, no, I was like,
To confirm.
no, I was pretty straightforward with it. I'm like, yeah, honestly, I've been in like 3 classes this semester. I feel really bad, but I have not been able to get up for an 8:30 class, which is terrible because I live 5 minutes away. But
Yeah, come on, man.
God damn it.
but that was a stressful year with like student government and stuff like that.
Oh, true. You were
Which we
doing that
talked
too.
about plenty before. But you know what? I think if you just do it in like a wolf pack, hey, segue. I think that's
Good
a way-
segue.
I think so.
Okay.
Which I learned is spelled Segue, not Segway, as in the one that the CEO drove off of a cliff and killed himself.
Oh?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he died.
Like
Who? What?
The guy who invented the Segway.
Okay.
He was on an off-road Segway and he went really off-road.
yeah, and then off cliff.
By accident or on purpose?
I'm pretty sure it was by accident.
It was on accident. Is what it was.
Talk about irony.
Yeah, I know. It was- oh man, I feel bad, but like, goddamn.
Wasn't that like a couple years ago?
Yeah. it was
What?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Are you gonna cry?
No, I just learned about this now.
Were you really into Segways for a
No.
while? You seem really like,
No, but it's just like,
heartbroken.
how am I hearing about this just now? Like,
Probably because
don't
I guess
know.
no one really knew who made the Segway.
Me neither. I still don't know his name. I know that. I just know the dramatic, like not dramatic irony. I just know the irony of the situation.
he went off cliff.
Yeah,
He went off road, then
It was an
off road, then off
Off
cliff.
cliff.
Bad. But,
yeah, that's sort of
Yeah.
in bad
Oh my
taste.
I mean,
but
God.
yeah. Well, maybe if there was a wolf dog there to save him. everything
fine,
would
let's
have
talk
been
about
okay.
wolf dogs.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Alex, go on.
They're so cool.
They are. They really are.
Is that what they used in Game of Thrones? Those wolf dogs, or just
They used.
I think they use huskies, to be completely
I
honest.
don't know.
I don't think. Actually, you know what?
No, I think
they
they-
might use wolf dogs.
They might have used wolf hybrids.
Not for
initially.
all of it. I think it's a lot of it's CGI now.
No, well, actually,
They switch between the two.
I think what they did in the first season is they actually had the dogs like on set with the actors, but then I think they've started to like just have like a model of a dog on set for the actor to use, but then they actually use like footage of a real wolf dog and like CGI it all in together or something like that.
that makes sense because they're meant to grow,
Yeah.
right? Sort of like the same as the dragons, which I
Yeah.
never thought about the parallel between those two. but
Yeah.
Just put in spoiler at the
Yeah.
beginning, I guess.
that's a slight. everyone knows that there's.
No, not
Fine.
someone. No,
Fine.
someone who sees the eggs.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're like,
it's a
"What is
spoiler
this?"
for like
Yeah.
season
One.
one.
Yeah. So just
Okay.
say
Yeah.
it.
Fine. Fine. We will.
Back to wolf dogs.
Yeah. So what's
They're
the
more
worst thing about
important.
wolf dogs?
They are honestly the most fascinating because it's the type of thing where everyone, people who love dogs and stuff like that, right? They're domesticated wolves, is what they are, right?
Okay.
Obviously through breeding, and they've kind of worked it out so that they're a lot more tame. But it's fascinating. I was just researching this, and like just because I love dogs, and people think that they can sometimes manage these dogs, and you can't because they're more wolf than dog. So their instincts and how they act, right, is so much greater than a dog. So you can't, you can never, like, you know how sometimes people abuse dogs or something, right?
Yeah.
Or hit them or stuff like that. You can't do that to a wolf dog, right? Because when you be aggressive, all it knows is that you're being aggressive and you want to fight to solve problems. So whenever there's a problem, it's going to fight you to try to solve that problem. Just because it's like wolf pack mentality.
So I mean, you can't like flick it on the nose if it like eats your breakfast.
You're not supposed to do that. You're actually, one of the things you're supposed to do though is we saw this in a couple of videos.
Yeah.
Is can I? Actually, I was gonna use you as the demonstration, but no, I'll use myself. So you're supposed to grab them,
Yeah.
right? Like if they have a collar or whatever around
The neck area.
and you just
You
right?
just growl at
Like,
them
you
while
growl
looking at them.
right?
Okay.
And it's cool. You have to be like, and people joke about the word alpha and everything.
Yeah.
You literally have to be right because that's how they work.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
Like, all right. You have
I
like
thought-
the alpha of the pack.
Yeah.
And they'll fight, right, if they sense weakness. So you have to, and if you have other dogs in the house or cats and stuff, you have to establish those animals as alpha over this wolf dog, which is by far the most dangerous thing in your
Oh
home.
my
I just
God.
think it's so cool that, like, there's so much work that goes into it.
Why would you have a wolf dog and a cat? That sounds
I don't know.
sounds
Very
like you're
polar
asking
opposite.
you're asking for trouble. Because a cat's gonna do something like jump on it, and then your wolf dog's gonna eat it.
No, but it's gonna eat it.
I'm just imagining
It's
that
gonna
now.
it's gonna just tear it apart.
Yeah, well, that's why you don't get cats in the first place.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like whatever.
No, I think honestly, I'm assuming your cat will be trained well enough to. It's hard to train cats as well, right? Because cats are
Yeah.
a lot more independent. But if you can train both of them, right? If you're gonna get a wolf dog, seriously, and you know what you're getting into. A lot of people don't though, which is a problem.
Yeah,
But-
that I would never. That sounds too dangerous to
Yeah.
consider.
But they're the most beautiful, like dogs, and they're so much bigger than actual dogs.
Yeah, that's a
Right?
problem.
That's a problem.
I would
for him.
I would do it if I were out in the wilderness or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and I was
To
feeling
ride 'em?
super alpha. Yeah,
Just put a harness on him.
but
Pee on him to assert your dominance. I can't remember where that's from. It's from something.
I'm sure it's from something.
It's from something. I think maybe Bear Grylls did it, or did he just drink his own pee
He just drinks his own.
He
pee.
drinks his own pee. That's his
to
thing.
assert his own dominance over himself?
Yeah,
No, I think that's for like making sure he doesn't die of
I
thirst.
know,
But,
yeah, but like he has a wife, right? Bear Grylls.
yeah.
Oh God. You're just imagining
Oh,
all the
man.
horrible.
She but like was getting so many fights. Just like, no, I'm not gonna kiss you. You drank your own piss again.
You know, you're the only one laughing like crazy right now.
I think it's hilarious.
Well,
On that note,
on that note, what I think we were
Get a
running.
wolf dog.
Yeah, get a wolf dog, but I think
don't
we were
pee on it.
Don't pee on it.
No. That'll
Otherwise,
just make it angry.
Yeah.
What?
No, I think
Will
it'll
that
just
not
pee, I think it'll pee back on you to assert dominance.
Just do it outside. Anyway, so yeah, I think we should probably call it. We should wrap it up for today. LateLunchPodcast.ca is where you'll see this. We're on iTunes, SoundCloud, Twitter, LateLunchPC. Ask questions there if you want. We may not answer them. And that's about it for this week. So thanks for watching, and thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Goodbye.